You have an opportunity. It's an invitation from the living God. Come in and have a deep relationship with me. Come in and He created us so that we would have this intimate relationship with Him. And this is what Peter's being called to. And it's really illustrated beautifully here because Jesus, He's done preaching and He says to Peter, put out into the deep water. Okay? Put out into the deep. Well, it's a problem. You catch fish in the shallow waters where they feed. And Peter, probably being the professional fisherman, would tell Jesus, listen, he does, in fact. He says, we fished all night and caught nothing. Okay? There's nothing out there, Jesus. Furthermore, you don't go out into the deep water. You catch fish in the shallow waters. And again, Jesus comes into our lives and it doesn't always make sense. I love this passage in Psalm 107. Moses knew the ways of God. Israel knew the acts of God. You see the difference there? Israel, they saw God do His stuff. But Moses, he knew the ways of God. He understood how it works. And Peter does the right thing. He says, we worked hard all night and caught nothing. Which sounds like a lot of our lives, We've worked hard for what do we have to show? But I will do as you ask and let down the nets. And this is a crucial moment, friends. There comes a moment when you get tested. Are you going to obey Him or not? Are you going to tithe or not? Are you going to forgive that person or not? Are you going to get involved in the ministry or not? Are you going to step out of your comfort zone and speak to somebody who's hurting and needs to know about Jesus or not? Are you going to make a decision to rearrange your schedule so that God's part of it or not? And these crucial moments, what they are for us, is there the opportunities to see the supernatural unleashed into our lives. That's what they are. And when we say, no, I think I'm not going to do that, and we rationalize it away, we have 100 excuses. But here's the issue. When you decide not to forgive, not to invest, not to give, not to do whatever it is that Jesus is telling you to do, you miss the miraculous, the supernatural, the God moment that is waiting for you. The real miracle is what takes place in Peter's heart right here. Peter does something really amazing. He says, depart from me, God, for I am a sinful man. And friends, this is a starting point. When you encounter Jesus Christ, what He shows you is your need for His forgiveness in your life. Notice Peter doesn't say, look at the catch of fish. Jesus is going to be wonderful for the fishing business. And that's kind of what we do sometimes. We grab a hold of Jesus hoping that He'll help us advance our careers and cultivate our business. But, that does happen. But that's not at all what it's about. Jesus comes into our lives because He's not concerned whether you're going to make $50,000 or $25,000 a year. He's concerned about whether you're going to go to hell or whether you're going to go to heaven. And even if you're going to heaven, He's concerned about whether you're going to live a superficial life or enjoy the presence of God every day. When He's given you the calling, whether it's at the beginning or the end of the ministry of Jesus Christ, it's the same calling. This is your identity. And I point this out, I'm out of time. Look at this. It says, they got out of the boats and they left everything and followed Him. And you have to hear this, friends. Some of us have accepted Christ as someone special. Many of us, we've been associating with Him at church every now and then. Some of us have enjoyed the ideas that he brings, but this isn't what it means to be a Christian. To be a Christian is to say, I'm going to follow him. Like we studied in Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 8:6. We exist for him. And what he wants us to do is tell people about him. And I want to say this to you. Until you're a Christian with Christ's agenda on your schedule, I think you have an identity crisis. You're a child of God, a tool for this broken world that can fix it because of the presence of God. Fear nothing. Just go confidently out those doors with the Lord into the world. Amen.